Well, hello everybody, welcome to Robert's Train Set once again. Yes, you might have seen the title of this, Problems, and more problems really. But yes, I do have a new Accurascale Class 37, which I'll show you in a minute. Let's start with the problems first, shall we? So the first problem is the Panasonic camcorder I'm recording this on, that you're seeing me on, the on-off buttons decided not to work. Now luckily, you can get it to still come on and go off. So it's not a total failure, but it's annoying. So it just shows you the use that this camera's had. And it is a few years old. It might be upset I never take it to these shows anymore, of course, but there we are. So that's the first problem. So the second problem is about the Accurascale 37. When it first came, and I've had it a little while, not a lot, but I've had it a little while, I did my usual stuff, you know, took a picture of the box and what was in it and how it was wrapped and all that, and give it a shake. And then I took it up on the layout to see if it worked and did my usual little shots. And I had a fault. I really did have a fault. So put it into the editing suite and got it ready to thing, not with everything done, but just, you know, the beginning. And for the first time ever with filming my YouTube videos, which I've been doing for nearly 5 years, I've never lost any footage, but I've lost the whole lot of this, and I'll tell you why. The amount of film you get when you're doing these videos, or at least me, is astronomical. It really is, and it can very, very quickly fill up your computer, and that's not a good thing, because they're able to hunt where to put it. So I've got a couple of these. This one's a 1 terabyte one, and I've got a 2 terabyte one. Again, bought from Argos, about 60 quid. And I tend to download a lot of my footage onto these to clear off the computer. So in my wisdom, I decided to have a bit of a clear out. And looking at what I've got even on these items, I thought, I've never, I've hardly ever used any of it. You know, it's there, but I've never ever used it. What I do save is the completed video, so something that is now would be ready to go straight back to YouTube if I wanted to do it. So I deleted some of it, and I also deleted some out of the computer, obviously, onto it. So I went on to my editing suite, found the file and clicked on it to load it, and it said it can't find all the footage. So I've obviously I looked in the bin, you know, the waste bin on the computer in case it was there, and I cleared that out as well. So I did a really comprehensive job in getting rid of all my footage. So this is going to be quite a short video, except for me talking to you as always. So let's have a look. Yeah, I bought this one, and if I show you the encode, and there it is. So was there any particular reason in buying this one? Not really. As I've said before, I don't pre-order anything. I get what is available. So with this, with my last Accurascale loco, the Manor, Rails of Sheffield got in, and I bought it from them because they just beat Accurascale to the email basically. This particular time, Accurascale was first, so they had 2 locos, this one and its sister one. And I chose this one for no particular reason, but I chose this one, and fine, did all the necessary, and thought, okay, it's going to be here fairly soon. You know, usually they come quite quickly. This one took quite a long time to come. Basically, I think because Accurascale had got a lot of new stuff in, and they were trying to get out pre-orders. Which, okay, it's fair enough, I suppose. You know, these people have been waiting a long time. So it went a few days, and I was getting a bit worried that I'd only got the initial, you know, oh, thank you for buying it and whatever, and we'll let you know when it's been packed. And it was going on, and I was really worried. So I did email them and ask. I got an email back which, to a certain extent, worried me even more, because it said, in essence, yeah, we will send it, but if not, you know, we'll keep it as an order, and I don't want to do that, you know. So I was a bit worried that I was going to have spent out all this money and not get my loco fairly soon. As it happened, I did get it. Yes, it did come, as you can see. But I, you know, I wasn't particularly happy how everything went. And the other thing that was worrying is it was delivered, and they basically left it outside my house. So I didn't keep looking at when it was going to be delivered, which I should have done, I suppose. But the day it was delivered was the day that the rubbish is emptied, and I tend to have a couple of boxes right by the front door, and this was packed, just hidden down behind one of these boxes. But as I came into the gate from going somewhere else, I could see it, so other people would have been able to. And to leave you know, a £260 item outside the front door, I didn't think was very good. As it happened, it was still there and I got it, but yeah, not great. So that was another problem, but luckily no ill came of it. Right, so the next thing was the problem with the Accurascale 37, and I've got it here, and you won't see an unboxing or anything because I've lost all the footage. And here we are with a nice model, and as you can see, I hope you like it. And it's DRS. Now I do have a DRS loco, and it's a class 68 with the compass livery, which I really like. But I thought this was the original livery, so you know it's okay. I'm happy with it, and it does run. Yes, it did run. But the problem I had was, and I'm going to put it down because it's heavy. The problem I had with her is I usually run my little train out from the siding, don't I, and over the Hornby tight points, and then bring it back, which is what I did. And I ran it over and it was fine. Brought it back and it derailed almost as soon as it hit the first Hornby point. And I thought, yeah, that's strange. So I had a look at it. And what I discovered was that the bogie that had derailed would move okay one way, but not the other. It was restricted. So I did a bit of shaking like this, and it freed up. And I thought, oh, great. And guess what? I've had a problem with the chains again. If you remember the chain problem I had with my 55 Deltic, I've got similar to this. I think what happened is the chain got caught up and stopped the bogie moving. And with me just shaking it, it's actually fallen off, or rather one end of the chain's fallen off. And I'll show you a picture of it. You can see it hanging down. So I like detail, but I still think this is going too far. The other chains, you can hardly see them. You really can't. You've really got to look hard to see them, you know. So yeah, I'm rabbiting on, and I'm rabbiting on, aren't I? So here are the chains intact, and you know, this is with a huge amount of light from a torch on it. If I show you this one without any light, can you really see it? And you can only really see it because you know exactly where it is. When you're looking on the bogey, yeah. So you might be able to see the chain hanging down, and it's obviously come out from the bogey. So I'm not quite sure how it's fixed onto the bogey. We'll have to see, won't we? But never mind. So before we go and see this running up in the loft, where it is now getting colder, I must admit, I bought this off Accurascale's email showing me what they got. And you get the impression from these that, you know, these are the only two that are available. But later I learned that there were others available, in fact, including ones, the DRS with the more, shall we say, graphic, what's the names on the side, you know, liveries. And I may well have bought one of those instead of this one. Don't get me wrong, I'm happy I've got it. And, you know, I've got an Accurascale 37, which I thought I might not get. But yeah, if you're going to show locos that have been sold out on pre-order, so to speak, please show them all so that we can choose the one that we would like. Was it a marketing ploy to get the two locos that were not selling very well to be sold? That's what I'm thinking. I might be wrong, but that's what is entering my head and thinking, yes, you know, these aren't selling, we'll put them up as, you know, almost not saying they're the last, but, you know, implicating, I suppose. So not overly happy, shall I say. But yes, I've got a 37, so there we are. So we'll go up, see a bit of it running, and I'll finish this up. Okay, everybody? Cheers. Thanks for watching. Thank you for any new subscribers that have come on over the past few months. And thank you for all my old ones that are still doing, and my regulars who always comment, and I'm, you know, very pleased to get their comments. So cheers everybody, cheers. So here she is, where I usually test her straight out of the box. Let's see how she does this time, shall we? So I'm taking her from the furthest siding, so she's got to go over a couple of the standard Hornby points, so we'll see how she does. Now when I tried her out the box first time, she did this fine, but she was coming from the middle one. And then, yeah, all went fine, lovely. I stopped her, brought her back, and hey presto, she derailed there. And I think it was the chain. I mean, there might be something else going on. We'll have to see how she runs on the rest of the layout. But this is a fairly tortuous route, I think, to get her to, or get any of them to do, to be honest. So she did well on that, did well. So let's start her up and hear what she sounds like. And to be honest, I did expect her to be quite a bit louder than this. Now, I believe you can adjust the volumes in the CVs, and I did phone up Peter Dixon about her, and he's given me the CV to have a look at, which I haven't done yet, but I will do. But yeah, I wasn't overwhelmed, should I say? Not at all. So I have run her in, but I've not put her through the paces of iTrains yet. And here she is at the head of quite a heavy stone train. And this is an all Accurascale one. So let's get her away, shall we? Hopefully. Oh, there she goes. And as you can see or hear rather, you know, nothing special, is it? Not special. So a bit later on I'm going to do this bit again, but I'm going to use the hold in the functions and rev her up, and hopefully that will be a bit better. There we go. So this is all under manual control. I'm controlling it and the signal and everything, so nothing automatic on this. And I'll let you see the it run. I'll let you see the train run a little bit. I'll come in a minute. I'll run her a little bit slow, and then I'll speed her up, and we'll do that. Now, as the train goes right through, you'll notice I've got the flashing light on the back of the wagon, and I had this on the other day when I was filming, and I did a Peter Dixon and forgot to turn it off, but I did think about it and go up. I didn't leave it on all night, but it is very easy to do so, I think. So here we are, going to have another go with the doing the hold in the functions, and rev her right up to 70 miles an hour, I think I set it to. So see how we go. Okay everybody, take two, as Alan likes to say. Turn the camera on, started filming, and it fused, which is why all the lights are off. So I don't really want to go around and put them all back on again, because it's not an automatic running, this is all manual. In other words, I just leave them running. So I hope you enjoyed seeing the new Accurascale 37. Which isn't without its faults, as I've said previously. I need to apologise to Jimmy, who's one of my subscribers, and he absolutely loves the 395 Javelin. And if you haven't seen my 3 live videos I put up yesterday and the day before, and this is the day of that big storm, and I'm filming this now because the builders who are next door, I've actually got people in next door in Malcolm's old house, and they're refitting it out to either sell it or to rent it. There are a couple of builders, nice chaps, very good, and obviously they do make a little bit of noise, so I noticed their van had gone, so might have a bit of peace. You might also hear some wind or rain on the roof, but with the 395 is quite a noisy train to run round, and I'm hoping it won't fuse again, and I don't know what actually fused it, it's something. So I must apologise to him, because in my last live, which is incidentally from my new layout that I think I'm going to build, I said I would put the power car of the 395, because he was getting withdrawal symptoms, I reckon, to show him. And I did do that, absolutely. The only trouble was I didn't switch the cameras over, so all he had while I was doing it was my empty chair. So I do apologise for that, Ginny. I didn't mean to do it. It's what happens in a live stream. You lose track sometimes. And I only realised when I watched it back. And I did leave a comment on that video apologising. So, if you haven't seen what I'm proposing with the new one, I've put some photos in, and they'll appear about now. So this is in the conservatory, and it's sitting on top of a unit that I had to build to cover all the pipes. And I just tried to see what I could get in. Now this is the second one that we did, and if you watched the live streams that I did have some help and some suggestions, and sleeping on it overnight I thought actually that's not a bad idea, and just had another change around. So this is what we've got at the moment. So keep an eye on, we'll see how this goes. It might not be like this, we'll have to see. And you can see the idea. So if you want to learn more and actually see trains running on it with DCC sound, have a look. The last one was an hour and a half, admittedly, but the other two were about an hour. And you can always switch through, can't you? Like you might have done to watch me here with all that gabble I did at the beginning of this video, which was a lot, I admit, but yeah, I had a few things to get off my chest, I suppose. So there's not much more to say. If you like the video, please like it. It does help an awful lot. And if you would like to subscribe, please do so. So once I disappear from here, I'll put on my... And there we are, it's all fused on request. So it's all gone silent, isn't it? So, yeah, I'll get it going again, and I'll use my little Q camera with some line side shots of it all. Okay, everybody? And I'll put the sound on as well. Cheers. And for my next video, it will be my new second-hand Class 60. And I haven't been without problems on that either. So, cheers everybody, cheers. So I hope you'll like this, and this is again with the hold on from the platform. Let's see how this goes, but I'll be back till the end. So just to finish, thought I'd show the star of this particular video, very nice and slow for you to have a look at. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed it, and watch out for my next one. Alright everybody, thank you very much, keep safe and well.